What's up, dog? Just waiting for the guest. Shit's chilling, man. Just trying to keep shit moving, trying to stay sane, trying to be positive, you know. Same old, man. What's up with you, man? Long time no talk to. What up, Dan? Hola, wifey. Just waiting for Janess. I don't know, she wasn't very familiar with live, so I'm hoping that I explained it to her well enough for her to get on. That's what's up. Oh shit, what up, Ash? Okay, hopefully she getting on, man. Steady. This is episode 25 of Chop 15 with Jay Walker. It's the 25th one. Kind of juiced. I done made it this far. I didn't know what it was going to be like, but it's definitely dope, man. I'm good, Bash. I'm good. I hope you are too. Said just waiting for Janess to hopefully get on. Let me text her right now real quick. Excuse me. All right. Let's see if she can figure this out. So while we're waiting, hope everyone is well. I hope everybody's good, taking care of themselves. Oh, there she go. Okay. So before I add her, let me go ahead and intro her. Known her for, I'd probably say over 10 years. She is a member of Black Rock City. She's been in some other things. Very, very dope artist. Her name is Janess Carter, my friend, and I'm going to bring her on right now. We're going to get to talking.
Hey!
She made it. She made it.
That's me. That's you.
What's up?
I feel hip today.
Is this your first time getting on live?
Yup. As far as on the Instagram here.
Okay. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just closed up the shop, having a little after shop drink, wind down before I go and do some towels.
How's work been? Did you just start back or?
So on the 15th, I opened up the shop again for everybody to do their thing. And we're blessed to be here still. Crazy to be like, it's the first year that I'm the owner over here. And it's so crazy that we were able to make it through all this stuff. I mean, out of all the years, something could have happened. Got to be my first year. COVID, right. But it was all right. I think if the world didn't shut down, I would have never took a break.
True. I think a lot of people are the same way. If stuff didn't just stop, No, I don't think a lot of people wouldn't have just like refocused and kind of figured out what was going on. Because I know it gave me a minute to do that. So definitely, it was a good thing in that regard,
That's
anyway.
beautiful. Yes.
So, how was it? How was it when you weren't working? Was it stressful?
Um, Honestly, my about a month ago, uh a year ago last month, my
Mm.
father had passed away.
Oh,
And
I'm
while
sorry to
he
hear
was
that.
passing away, hey, um, while he was passing away, I was with him. So it was like it was almost really similar to everything just shut down, you know, everything that was moving just came to a halt all at once. And
Hmm.
it was about the same time, about the same span of time, and it gave me enough time to where I really had to, you know, figure out like what's good with my daughter, and you know, you really find out what's important, you know,
Yeah.
from people to material things to everything. You find out a lot of what's going on in that amount of time. And all of a sudden we were just on a plane, and then we were in San Francisco like in the night, where I thought that I was supposed to be meeting up with my friend Plan C to work on this set, um, that I was supposed to perform for Pride
Hmm.
with some other friends, you know. And instead of going to that practice, I was getting in my car and I got the call from the hospital and we went out. And so then next thing you know, that within a matter of like a couple hours, we're at the hospital in San Francisco, UCSF. And that amount of time and just finding the things that were important and what wasn't important almost made it so that by time the world shut down again, I'm like, well, I kind of already had a good idea of where to go with that. And I always keep
Right.
like a list of things that like, okay, if I get a big chunk of money, this is what I'm going to do. If I get a big chunk of time, this is what I'm going to do. These are my, I don't even know when I'm going to do it, but it's going to get done, you know? So I
Hmm.
was able to really like pull from my list and just start taking care of things and doing stuff, because it was kind of easy for me to be like, oh, well, this don't matter, this don't matter, this don't matter. I guess I got time to do this. I'm going to take care of that. I
Hmm.
mean, I had a full month of where I was like pretty tame, you know, still doing a radio show with Reno Tyler the Night Show, hosting on that, co-hosting with my boy Oliver X,
Okay.
and you know, so I was halfway essential. You know, I got my daughter in the beginning of the whole break. She was still doing school, so we were still finishing that up, but she finished that early. She had a birthday on top of it. I didn't mess that up, so that was good. We had to make that happen for sure. And I mean, it wasn't. I feel like what you were asking is, it was it stressful for me? And I'll say
Yeah.
no, no. Was
Because of what
it
you just did
an
before that, right?
unpredictable moment? Say again.
Because of what you just dealt with before that with your dad and stuff, right? It kind of made it
I
easier
mean,
for
the
you to
year
deal with
before
this.
that, it's like the world shuts down sometimes. You know, it shut down again. I'm like, oops, been here before. You know, and it was
Right,
much easier
right.
to handle. But as far as mentally wise, you know, sometimes you just. I'm the type of person where I think I just, instead of thinking about what's wrong or what's everything that's coming down, instead of thinking about that and focusing on that, not thinking about it, of course I'm gonna think about it, but instead of
Mhm.
focusing on it and making it my main focus is, how do I stay above the water, you know, like treading, you know, that's
Right.
always my main focus. Any kind of crisis, you know, I've been in a couple different ones, and I've always been able to somehow, it's like I'm disconnected or something. I somehow like keep my eyes on the prize. Like, look, stuff's not
Hmm.
good, but ultimately, you know, we still got to eat. I still got to pay bills. Things still got to get done. So I guess I don't think too much about what I don't have. I'm too busy trying to take what I do have to be able to make something of it, or be able to
Right.
continue to move forward, you know, or at least stay
Right.
up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So how are you how are you with everything that's been going on besides COVID, you know, with the protesting and, you know, the killing of us black folks and all this stuff? How has that been taking a toll on you or affecting you?
Oh my gosh, I hope I don't make no enemies. But I feel like it's been happening for years, and I'm always a very vocal person about that, especially being someone that I feel like I've always been in the middle as far as that goes. You know, I'm
Hmm.
light skinned. I look primarily, especially, you know, depending on my hairstyle, I look Asian, you know, so people don't know. And then by the time they do find out, people say all kinds of crazy things, you know, just being on the road with Mojo Green,
Yeah.
mostly not ethnic people on the road with them, you know? And
Right.
people would say the craziest things to me, like, "Oh, you're giving me jungle fever. You're pretty cute for a black girl." Like, you know what I mean? So it's like things that we deal with on a regular basis. You know, me being up close and personal with it, living in LA with my pops, and all the things that would happen as far as him and the police, and we would be witnesses. I mean, even in Reno here, there was an instance where we had gotten pepper sprayed by a guy in a road rage thing. And then somehow it came to this whole thing where they tried to say it was my dad's fault, and he threw this phone on the ground and the battery popped out of it, and then the battery flew across and hit the policeman in his shoe, and the policeman was like, he threw a phone at me. Like, hold on, hold on. You know what I mean? So just
Uh,
like
yeah.
watching little things like this and even bigger moments, I feel like misju- misjustice, like all these things have been happening for such a long time. And it almost feels as if like it's turned into a trend, you know, for some people,
Hmm.
where
No, no, no.
for us
I
it's
agree.
it's our life. You know, I don't want to say it like I'm being insensitive, but it's like, you
Hmm.
know, I was a victim of sexual abuse. For a little bit they were saying me too, and then it turned into a trend and it almost takes the power away from it, you know.
Well, that's
So
what they're doing with the BLM thing. It's like it's becoming trendy, you know, like instead of the message at some points or trying to progress. It's more about saying you're down than actually being down and doing what you need to do, which is it's fucked up.
you
But
know
I
what
mean,
I'm
that's how
saying?
shit.
Exactly. So it's like I want to, like, so for some of these things, like I want to show up and protest and do all that stuff. I'm like, it's a trend. You guys got it. I'm black. I've been black my whole life. I don't need to go and stand somewhere and prove it. Like, I stand this every day. Just respect me. Treat me as a person. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
what, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? I am going to try and go to Juneteenth, though. I'll tell you that. You know, celebration of
Now, is
that.
that still going
I think
down?
that that's something. But as far as like BLM in particular, my sister started a chapter out here, Chris Rowe, and while she was doing it, you know, she organized so many things, got so many things together. The whole time she's getting death threats. All kinds of people are saying mean things to her. You know what I mean? People are coming at her, just all kinds of hate messages. And then these two girls that are, we're just gonna say not black, you know,
Hmm.
decide that they want to start doing something. Now it's like, oh, look at these girls starting a movement and doing a march. But it wasn't them that started it. And it's not about who starts it. It's about the fact that something needs to be said, something needs to be done. Totally fine,
Right.
totally understandable. If anything, that's one thing that I do feel about that is that I was almost getting to a point where I was watching us with the sicknesses, with, you know, we were the primary people getting the COVID, the coronavirus, you know, because of
Yeah.
predispositions, you know. And
Hmm.
then on top of that, you know, the police brutality, all the different stuff. If anything, I'm happy that all the craziness is happening because it makes me feel proud that just us as a people, not just black people, just everybody, we're not just
Hmm.
going to lay down. Say that something bigger happens, you know?
Right.
Aliens come.
Right.
No, I'm just playing. No, but say that something bigger happens and we have to stand
Right.
together as a people. The fact that we don't mind rising to authority as a group of people makes me happy.
Right.
Now, the fact that BLM has become a trend is annoying. I still stand for it, of course, you know,
Right. I get it.
but Yeah, I mean, but with the whole March thing with my sister, you know, when she started the BLM out here in Reno, um, you know, getting all those messages and things, and then the other girls that wanted to start something, and next thing you know, it was like you look at their profiles and they're throwing out the N word, and they're like, no, but it's okay because I put a H on it. I was like, oh, they fancy.
Oh,
They threw the H on there.
on that. Okay. Yeah.
But it's like, but those are the types of things that I see as like a trend, or like TikTok. I am in love with TikTok right now,
Yeah.
but
I
TikTok
noticed.
is like completely. Oops, my bad. But they are just completely taken over by these things. But when I first got on TikTok, it's a whole bunch of girls that are not of descent that are
Hmm.
lip sync the N word or whatever because
All those songs, all the
they're trying to
videos.
see
Yeah.
how fast they can rap Busta Rhymes lyrics or something. And now they're like,
Yeah.
oh, Black Lives Matters, and I wanted to use my platform to let you know that I am so serious about this. And that's what I said. It's like, okay, you know what though? It's so hard to be able to stand in any particular position. For me, I feel like it's good. It's good that anybody outside of us stands up. If anything, I feel like
Yeah. That's what we
I'm
need.
like, how
We
do I say
need
PC about it?
other people to stand. We need other people to stand up, but we need
It
them to
can't be
stand
us.
up for the right
Yes, yes, exactly. There. See, you just get me. See, we go way back, like you said earlier.
reason.
Wait,
No,
yeah.
but I mean, it's the truth though. It's the truth though.
Because I don't want to sound like rude or insensitive or like I don't care. I am, you know? And if anything, someone being in the middle too, I feel like I see it from a different perspective, you know? Even like with being black, sometimes being light skinned and black, you're not black enough for black people, but you're not Asian enough for the Asians.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just found out I'm
You're
Persian.
stuck in
Like I don't even
limbo.
know what to. Yeah, what do you do? You know, it's like Salinas. We're not
Yeah.
American enough for the Americans. It's exhausting. Yeah. Shoot.
Oh man.
Am I allowed to cuss on this?
Yes.
Well,
Yes. We are
shit.
adults.
I just
It's
did it.
okay.
I'm a grown ass woman. I said the fuck I want.
So
Try not to be too bad.
you're originally from Reno, right? You lived here your whole life?
Yes, I was born here, lived here the majority of my life. We lived in LA and Vegas for a little bit as well.
Hmm.
Mostly here though, born here.
Okay. And let
And
me,
I love it, if anything. Especially I don't know how it all happened, but being able to tour the West Coast and some like mountain area places, things like that, doing music and to be like a little girl from Reno and go somewhere and feel like, you know, like people are excited that you're there, like
yeah.
oh my God, you know, make booty shake and people singing your words and then to just know that I'm from Reno. And then as we start to get, I feel like Reno goes in waves as far as fame. You know, we've been cool, but sometimes they forget for a second, then they come back. You know, but
Right.
now that we're
Right.
starting to get more waves of celebrities and things, you know, Snoop, like I was kicking it
Right.
with Snoop. I'm like, hey, dude, how do you feel about having to ask for straws? He's like, you know, I don't really drink that much. And I'm like, oh, really? So you're not sipping on gin and juice, you're just laid back? I think that
You
that's
probably
cool.
did
That I
say
can just be. I know. I totally said that to him. I'm such a weirdo. I was asking him the dumbest stuff. He roast blunts like Filipinos eat rice. Like
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
I
That
don't
just
know, but just to be someone small and be able to be. I'm honored to be able to be a part of like big moments. You know, like go other places and then bring my butt back. Go to like Las Vegas and I stand out and I'm different and I'm unique. And I'm like, man, you would think that they've seen everything out there because they're freaking Vegas, right? But
yeah.
no, you know. Then they ask me, oh, where you from? New York? And I'm like, Reno. They're like, oh, really? Like I did something wrong, or like I have to lie to them.
Right. They're just not knowing.
Are you from? Where are you from, Lefty? I don't even know where you're from.
Originally, I'm from the Bay Area, but I've lived.
Really?
I went to high school here, so I mean, I went to high school with Demond and Mike and Kyle. So I've lived here like 3 times. So it's just I just go
Like
come back.
3 times?
Oh, this is my 3rd time living in Reno. Seriously, this is
Welcome back.
It just brings me back. It just keeps bringing me back. So
Nice.
So what's next for you musically? I know you told me recently that you're not with Mojo Green anymore.
Yes, we disbanded. We had a what is the word? A mutual disbanding. So maybe about 4 or 5 months ago or something like that.
Mm. And
so as far as
like how did that work?
How did it work?
Yeah, like I mean, was it just like, oh, we don't want to do this no more, fuck it, we're out? Like, or was it argument? Was it like amicable? Like,
That's something that I've been trying to not go into as much because of how much beauty we brought, and how much what type of feeling that our group brought to people. I feel like for me to really continue to dig into what I feel happened, I think is kind of takes away from it a little bit. And I was the lead singer of that, you know what I mean? I was basically the face of that. So I mean, for me to, I think I'll just say that it got to a point where we were like, you know what? We were like, Iverson, fuck practice. I think I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? Like while we were together, we did amazing things.
The music was awesome. The music you guys made was definitely good. So I can understand you wanting to on a good note if you can.
Yeah, I mean, I just recently got there, but I'm trying to, just keep it cool.
I feel it.
I think that, we had a great thing, and on the night of our disbandment, our last show, it was all like, hey man, good run, slap hands, give hugs, you want to bow? Yeah, let's do it. Hey, you know what I mean? So, if anything, it was probably good that we broke what we did so that we could still be able to be cool with each other if we saw each other in the same room. So,
right.
I think the way it happened was, yeah, I think we did it nice. I think the way it went down was how couldn't have gone any better, honestly.
That's good.
But as far as music goes, I don't know. Everybody keeps on saying, "Oh, you need to go solo," and I'm like, I don't know. And just like I've been kind of just trying to refigure. I mean, it was music in general with being with Black Rock and Mojo Green for over a decade. Like it's been me. So now it's just about me, and it's so hard to do that because I'm one of those people where I am, like a catalyst, and I'm also a group person. I feel like I grow vibe, and now to just be
are
me.
You not in Black Rock?
I mean, I am, but it's not as many shows, and I don't know. I haven't since I was with Mojo. We were touring so much and doing so many shows. It would be like first come, first serve, because if I booked one show first, then that's the show I'm gonna do.
Right.
And it would always be Mojo Green. We would have shows booked 3 or 4 months in advance, and every single weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at least. So it was almost like it was hard to be able to get to perform with Black Rock.
Right.
But
understand.
When there are shows in town, they're like, hey, Jay, you want to rock this one? I'm like, yeah, do a couple verses or whatever. We'll whip out some songs or whatever. But as far as like doing more music, there's nothing more that I want than to be able to be on that stage and make people feel the way I know I can make them feel. Because it's something that I was given, and I feel like I need to use that. I need to do that. I need to share my light while I have it, and trying to figure out like how I am. Like I know who I am, but to be able to share that with people in a way to where they understand it is something that I keep thinking about. And then I kind of turn to a point where I'm like, you know what, fuck that, bitch on me. So I'm like, how do I find that bitch on me? But I'm not, like kicking everybody else out like this is Sparta. This is Kata. Like just how do I find that middle ground? And I think that's where I'm at in my mind. And so I
Right.
mean, part of the reason why you've been recruited. So I just love your music, love your style. And,
Thank you.
I feel like it's similar to where I can see myself going towards. I do want to be more poppy and R&B, and you're from the Franian, if I'm, you know what I mean?
Well, that's
But
gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun for me. The challenge of creating those kind of songs for you. I know
yeah,
the kind of artist you are, so I know the kind of stuff that you're gonna want. So it's gonna be a challenge for me to kind of get stuff for you, but then kind of still have a couple of things where I'm like, hey, try this, try that, or whatever. But did you get the folder I sent you
I'll
yesterday?
try
Did you get
it.
the email?
I did. I
Did you
got
get the
two
email I
of
sent you
them.
yesterday? Okay.
Yep. It's
Okay.
two beats, right?
All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's just the start.
Yep.
I was just trying to send you something to let you know I didn't forget or anything. So
Oh no.
got a lot of stuff going on now, but I ain't forgot
I
about you.
mean, really, I need to come over there and just drop these lyrics real quick, and then you can make a beat around them. I also actually, you know
Yeah.
what? One of the songs that I have, Niles Quinn, you just had, he made the beat for, and I can't
Okay.
wait for that to get mixed and mastered. So,
Nice. That's dope. Nas is dope. That's what's up.
yeah, he is. But yeah, as far as music, I need to do something. July 18th, we're going to be having, I have been putting together an event called the South Virginia Plaza in Midtown Social Distancing Celebration. And it's going to be to bring awareness to the plaza that my beautiful nail shop is at, which
Okay.
is the South Virginia Plaza. It's in between Mount Rose and Plum.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's like where Mario's Portofino and Coaches and Polo Lounge, Mudang, C Amigo, all that
Okay.
stuff. So we're all in here, and I've been kind of going around to each person, bugging them, like, "Hey, want to party with me?" And it's coming together, and it's gonna happen now. And we got bands and things playing. One of them is Full Blast Band. The other one is Tristan Seltzer's. Not just his, but the Jazz Syndicate. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna sit in on both of those a little bit, bust it out a little bit,
So the city's cool with you having a
Solo bit.
an event?
Huh?
The
Excuse
city's
me?
cool with you having an event?
So it's not like it's a big social gathering type of thing. And it's going to be something where the parking lot is marked off and they're going to have to bring their own picnic chairs. We'll have a couple tables and chairs and umbrellas out, which are going to be
Okay.
spaced out already. So it's kind of
Yeah.
the same thing as like, like how when you go to the restaurants and they have every other seat, or they took out
Yeah.
half of the chairs, 50% capacity. It's outside.
Right.
So there's going to be an area where people can bring their own picnic chairs. There's going to be an area where people can park their cars and you can sit in your truck bed and party from your truck bed or on top of your car or pop the trunk of your Jeep or whatever and sit in there. So there's going to be sanitation stations. Everything is going to be social distance friendly, and everything else is going
Okay.
to kind of just be up to the people as far as like what they're comfortable with. Wearing masks. If you have any symptoms 14 days prior to the event, just stay home, please.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
same but
Please.
different.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. I'm definitely looking forward to
Yeah.
hearing more about that. That's
I
what's
know.
up.
I'm so excited about it because as far as it goes, when I first put it together, it was to bring awareness and make money for the people in my plaza, and to also raise money for the Nevada Coalition to End Domestic and Sexual Violence. And then all this stuff
Okay.
happened, and so now it stands even truer. Fundraise for some of the people so that they can pay off some of their bills for being affected from the COVID, And then domestic violence, oh my gosh, like now more than ever, they need that help. And the Nevada Coalition to End Domestic and Sexual Violence, they are like an umbrella for all the other places like Safe Embrace and CA and all those things. And they kind of tell people what resources are. So I feel like they're the umbrella. So I wanted to help them because they lead others to other places to get help for domestic and sexual violence. And being that I was a victim of that before, I really stand for it. I mean, it's been crazy out here. I saw somebody get hit by a car during our little break or whatever. It was crazy.
What?
It was a girl. They were at this. Okay, do we have time? I don't know how much time we got. Can I tell you a story?
Please do.
Let me tell you. Okay, so we were at this gas station, and at the gas station, there's like this lady and a guy, and they're arguing. No, fuck you. No, fuck you. No, you's a bitch. You's a bitch. Next thing you know, they leave like, okay, and they're at the gas station. The girl goes up here. She starts walking away. There's like grass, somebody's lawn, what else? The sidewalk. So she walks across the street, over the sidewalk, onto the lawn, almost to the next lawn, and this car comes back and just hits her. Oh my God, a white car. The guy gets in his car, hits this girl. She bounces off, lands on the lawn. The car is on the lawn. Freaking, he gets out the car, says, "Get in the car, bitch." Goes over there, picks her up, puts her in the car. I'm tripping. Now I'm Captain Save-A-Ho all of a sudden. All my indigenous people is coming out. And I am Captain Save-A-Ho. And I'm trying to save her. I gotta save her. I'm telling my friend. He got me child locked in the car. You can't do this to me. I'm an adult. Won't let me out. He's like, sometimes you just gotta mind your business. And I know everything in you wants to do something right now, but you cannot. I'm like, 2 minutes later, here comes sirens coming down the way. So you know what? And they were absolutely right. Because in a domestic violence situation like that, it's like, I know it's like you're not done until you're done, you know, like as the person in there. So everybody else that wants to try and help you and tell you what to do, you are not done until you're done. So it's like, as much as I wanted to help, just because like at that point I was ready to ride, you know, it's like a couple seconds later, a couple deep breaths and an exhale, like then you realize like even though she just got hit by that car, she might still be with him today, you know. And that's so tough to see. So standing for something to fight against domestic violence, I'm all about that. And I'm super happy that, you know, all of this for the SVP Midtown is coming together, and everybody in my plaza is starting to like have little small, like little mini events. And so now we're just drawing that attention, you know, everything's socially distanced, table spaced out. People are, you know, have masks. I mean, Polo Lounge even made their own little masks to have for their patrons. It's pretty cool. We have like social distance karaoke, you know, every other seat, and you just like pick your song from the phone app.
That's cool.
So
That's cool.
I know. Thanks. The world is crazy right now.
It is.
Oh my geez. But it's always been crazy. It's always been
I just
crazy.
think it's turned up a couple levels though. We're on like level 5 or level 6 of crazy right now, and we were like on.
I mean, at least, you know, out of 10, I'm pretty sure that dial went click, 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 click.
I think we got more levels. That's why I said 6. I think it's more to it. There's more to it.
I feel like there's more to it. I mean, think about it. What's up, Julius? I mean, you think about it. Like, how many things are happening like on the side that, you know, like, what's his name? Putin? Flatulence? What's his name? Because he Putin, get it? You see what I did there? I know. Okay, anyways. But the Russian president, he like wants to run to be able to be president for another like 21 years or something like that, or 12 more years or something like that. Whoa. Like, and then there's like another, almost like a war starting up again with Iran, Iraq. There's supposed to be new government being built in Jerusalem or something like that. There's supposed to be like a brand new government created or something like that, right? And then NASA is like putting out stuff talking about that's a real UFO. He's like, oh look, I got him. The little dots moving across the thing. Like so much stuff is happening in the midst of it. Almost feels like distraction. And it's like
Yeah.
they're trying to piss the people off to see how they will act so that they can try and find a way, whoever they are, so that there's a way to like have a reason for martial law or a reason to have to put chips in us or something crazy like that. Like
Yeah.
all this craziness cannot just be happening all at the same time for no reason. I don't feel that, you know. I don't feel like COVID, BLM, you know, Attack of the Bees. Like
Yeah.
what is really good?
It's everything.
And why does Simpsons know about everything?
It's everything at once, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then how come the Simpsons always got to know everything? They got to know who's going to be president.
I have seen that. That's kind of crazy.
They know that
Predict that much.
the prince is going to get killed. What is that about?
I don't know how they predict so much shit, but they really do because it's serious.
They
I've
really
seen things
do.
they really do.
They're a trip. I feel like I need to watch all the Simpsons episodes, like starting from like whenever they had like the good cartoon characters. You know how they had like the ugly one where everybody looked like the grandpa.
Talking about the first.
Everybody looked like Grandpa Simpson. And then they like fixed it, and then only Grandpa Simpson looked like Grandpa Simpson. And then they had like more smoother heads and their nose were. I feel like I need to start watching Simpsons from that, so that I have a better idea how that what else is gonna happen, so I can predict the future too. Let me watch that.
They're a good indicator for sure.
Yeah, they are.
Well, okay, girl. I know you trying to get home, so I ain't gonna keep you too much longer. I do appreciate you though. I appreciate you dropping some insight, you know, letting us know a little bit more about you. Because even though I know you, I still, you know, we don't know everything about each other. So it's kind of cool to be able to talk to you and find out some things I didn't know.
I know, that is so cool. I mean, what an honor to be asked to be live with you. And also an honor that the first time I'm live is with you. So I look forward to doing this music with you, man, so that we can get some people to play some instruments on our themes here. We can get some booties moving and some brains geared up. Like
Nah, I'm with it. Yeah, and I know you got connections with musicians and stuff. I'm just getting some stuff lined up in the studio, and then yeah, man, we'll definitely, yeah, we got some things to do for sure. So I'll be sending you some more stuff shortly. I'll be sending you some more things within the next couple of days, and then we'll talk about what you like, what you don't like, and we'll go from there.
Yes, we will. Thank you so much too.
Hey, not a problem. Thank you for taking time out.
I like that lava lamp in the back there, yo.
That's my old school joint.
I know I have one right now too, and I'm like, ooh, I found it. I was able to clean out my storage during this stuff, and I was like, ooh, look what I found. I know where everything's at now.
The vibe, I love it.
Well, right, deuces, my friend.
All right, it's good to see you. And like I said, we will be in touch. I'm gonna send you some more stuff, and yeah, we'll talk.
Yes, let's do it.
It's gonna be done. Don't worry about it. It's done.
Oh, we gonna get done. We gonna get something done.
All right, girl.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hey, not a problem.
I don't know how to get off, so I'm just gonna be sipping my cocktail.
I got you. Bam. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, listening to the conversation with me and Janess. I appreciate her for giving her insight, her perspective on things, as well as, you know, talking about her career and what's next and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to everybody who's in here right now. I appreciate y'all. Dan, Julius, my boy Keith, Aheem. Appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow at noon with my brother, like my actual brother, because I married his sister, Ray Dub, Beirut Productions. We will have a chat because I haven't talked to him in a while, so that'll be good. So tune in tomorrow at noon if you can. If not, all these episodes are archived on my website, jwalkermedia.com. So they're all there, and you can check them out at any point. So, yeah. Until then, stay safe, stay aware. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.